Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market, and today guys, as always, we have to keep you posted on several topics, on several stories, and so we jump into it together and we restart with the very latest because there are many movements, many stories. Let's jump into all the details of these and we start from Chelsea because probably the biggest surprise, the most unexpected news of the day so far till early afternoon is regarding Chelsea, because out of nowhere, Chelsea have started talks with Brighton and with the agents of Danny Welbeck. Yes, that Danny Welbeck, former Manchester United striker, who is doing very well in Premier League, despite his age, been doing very, very well for Brighton, 35 years old, so obviously an experienced option, but Chelsea want to include that kind of player. According to my information, Xabi Alonso is discussing internally with Chelsea owners and directors about this possibility to include an experienced striker as a backup option, and Danny Welbeck is seen as the ideal candidate for this opportunity. So Chelsea keen on Danny Welbeck. It's a serious possibility. The understanding is that the player is keen on the move, so Danny Welbeck is aware of Xabi Alonso mentioning his name as a possibility, and Danny Welbeck would like to go to Chelsea. So it's a serious chance, a serious possibility to see Danny Welbeck as new Chelsea striker in this summer transfer window, with some consequences, because there are some players that Chelsea no longer consider untouchable. For example, for Liam Delap, if there is a good proposal, Chelsea could be open to let him go. The player still wants to fight for his place at Chelsea, but Chelsea would open doors to an exit in this summer transfer window. Emmanuel Emega joined Chelsea this summer, but also for him there is a possibility to go in case of a good proposal. So there might be movement around these two strikers in the next weeks, and Chelsea see Danny Welbeck as a concrete, serious possibility up front for them. More to mention about Chelsea and also about this situation is forget about João Pedro. Once again, around Barcelona, I wanted to clarify something. Now, obviously, for Julián Álvarez, the situation for Barca is becoming difficult. Barcelona are aware of that. Atletico Madrid are not opening the doors to the exit of Julián, so Barca are still giving some time to Julián Álvarez, to his camp, to make something happen. But at this stage, Atletico Madrid insist that they will not sell Julián Álvarez to Barcelona, and so Barcelona have started considering alternative options. I know in Barcelona there have been reports of Barcelona maybe not signing any striker. I respect those reports because are coming from very good colleagues, good journalists, but according to my information, Barcelona are also exploring some alternative option. João Pedro is impossible. João Pedro is staying at Chelsea and is a crucial player for Chelsea. One name to watch in the next weeks of transfer window is Junior Kroupi, the striker from Bournemouth. Because according to my information, Barcelona opened talks with people close to Kroupi and spoke also to Bournemouth about Kroupi as a possibility up front. So Barcelona took some information and made some calls to understand the situation. He's a player they appreciate. So for sure the name of Kroupi is a name to keep under consideration for Barca. The problem is that this deal is also very complicated because Bournemouth don't want to sell the player this summer. Bournemouth insists on keeping Kroupi at the club this summer, and so it's not easy for Barcelona, and for example, also Manchester City have been showing an interest in the boy. Manchester City are another club keen and attentive on the situation of Kroupi, but at the moment, the problem is the same. Whether you are Barcelona or you are Manchester City, Bournemouth want to keep the player at the club. So it's not an easy deal, but Barcelona started some conversation, and this is showing that Barcelona are also exploring alternative options to Julián Álvarez in case they can't get the deal done for the Argentinian striker. So conversations are happening around the name of Junior Kroupi, who is very talented, was breaking some records in Premier League in terms of under strikers, doing very well, and so for sure an interesting situation to go and follow in the next weeks. Then guys, important to mention something also regarding the future of Bradley Barcola. I told you guys this story, it's been here on my videos for a long time, in April, in May, in June, in July, and it remains a daily topic because Liverpool are working on this deal for Barcola. But let me clarify one thing, don't expect a breakthrough in hours. So today is not the Barcola day. It's gonna take time to have negotiations and discussions. What I can confirm and explain today is that the player, Bradley Barcola, is very open and keen on Liverpool move. Barcola is attracted by the project, Barcola is attracted by the club, Barcola believes that Liverpool could be the perfect option for his future. But Barcola can't control anything on the club-to-club negotiation. And obviously, Paris Saint-Germain, after losing Yan Diomande, even financially, to let Bradley Barcola go would ask for important money. I don't think it's going to be 170 million euros. I think it's going to be less than this, the final price of Barcola, but still an important amount of money, a big amount of money. So not an easy deal in terms of financials. But Liverpool are there. Liverpool are in contact. So let's wait and see what happens. I'm just saying that the fact that in the last 24 hours the news has finally reached international media doesn't mean that the deal is happening in 24 hours. So it might take some time to have conversations, to have negotiations, but Brad Barcola is a top target for Liverpool. That's not in doubt, and you know, I always told you, keep an eye on Barcola, because Liverpool absolutely consider him as a crucial summer target, and so they want absolutely to try in the next days and weeks. So conversations to follow. Then guys, keep an eye also on one more situation, apart from another exclusive story of the day, exclusive story on Ajax, because they reached an agreement with Wolves for Tolu Arokodare as new striker, loan deal with a buy option clause, total package 22 million euros. They also receive a loan fee and they will cover the salary from Ajax for Tolu Arokodare. So after Marcos Leonardo, also Tolu is joining Ajax, but also something to say on Zion Suzuki, the Japanese goalkeeper who did very well at the World Cup, Parma goalkeeper, he's playing in Italy. Paris Saint-Germain are interested in Suzuki, but the idea, from what I understand, at Paris Saint-Germain is to try sign the player now and eventually find a solution on loan. If they can't find a new club for Lucas Chevalier, they would consider a loan move for Zion Suzuki. At the same time, there is Juventus interested. Juventus' top target remains Dibu Martinez from Aston Villa, but if they can't get the deal done for Dibu Martinez, Juventus are on Zion Suzuki. Juventus made contact with Parma. Juventus already sent a proposal to Parma for Zion Suzuki, but there is no club-to-club agreement because at the moment the fee is still not what Parma want. So on one side there is Juventus offering a starting goalkeeper spot. On the other side, there is Paris Saint-Germain offering the possibility to be a PSG player eventually in the future, join PSG and stay on loan or go on loan. So now it's also on the player to decide and financially to reach an agreement with Parma. So it's a very interesting situation to follow. The one of Zion Suzuki, one of the most talented goalkeepers around. Parma are expected to resolve the situation as soon as possible, but definitely one to watch in the upcoming days and weeks. Then, just quickly, deal closed also in Italy, an important one. Roma signed Santiago Castro, the Argentinian striker from Bologna. Artem Dovbyk, former La Liga top scorer, is going to Bologna on loan from Roma. So, several movements, guys, as every single day here on the channel. You can find absolutely everything. Remember to like this video, to turn on the notification bell, to subscribe to the channel to have all the information every single day. And then, guys, your opinion. Welbeck Chelsea, yes or no? How do you feel about Barcola? Kroupi, how do you see this option eventually for Barcelona? And also all the rest from Suzuki to Dela, Pemega? Well, your opinion here. I will see you soon. Ciao.